Good morning, Tehmina Khan is here in TKMaths is fun. In today's video, we will continue the learning of Chapter 3 Inequalities and Identities, which is a part of the syllabus of Year 11 for the Maths Pearson Edexcel. Code is 4P M1. This chapter is the part of the syllabus of other British exams also, like CIE or 4037. So these students can also watch it. So in the previous video, our focus was on point number 1, solve simultaneous equation, one linear and one quadratic. Now in this video, we will cover two concepts, solve linear inequalities and quadratic inequalities. So video 3.2, so let's start. So we start with the linear inequality. You can see in this question, there are two inequalities given to you. The technique is you will solve both of them and then you will pick up the common answers. So let's start quickly. So according to this inequalities, the answer is x greater than minus 1. Let's see the other one. So you will get here x is greater than 3. Now if you can do it mentally, it's fine. Otherwise, for your quick reference, you can draw a number line for yourself. So according to this part, x greater than minus 1 mean all these answers which are this side of the minus 1. And according to this part, I will read it as x is greater than 3, right? So suppose 3 is here. If I say x greater than 3, it means I'm talking about these answers. So which answers satisfy both the inequalities? It is this part. So your final answer will be x greater than 3. Excuse me. I have bad throat right now. Okay, now in this question, let's see. There are brackets present. So first of all, you will expand the bracket. I have done the first step for you. And after that, just like the previous question, I will simplify it. Algebraic manipulation, you're good at this. So it will be x greater than 7 divided by 2. Or in other words, if I want to write it in decimal to make it, so 7 divided by 2 is 3.5, right? So x is greater than 3.5. Let's see in the second inequality. So x is less than minus 30 divided by 9, just to get approximately the idea that what is 30 divided by 9 is. It is approximately equals to 3.3333, right? And when it is recurring, we can put dot on top of it. Now, if I see from the number line to get the better idea, but I can do mentally also. Many of you can also do it mentally. So according to first situation, x is greater than 3.5, right? It is here on the right side. So these are the value. But according to the second inequality, x is less than minus 3.3. It means this side. So can you see any common solution between them? No, nothing is common. So answer of this will be no solution. Okay. So now let's see. So linear inequality is finished. Now for quadratic inequality. So let me start with the basic concept where factors are given to you. From factors, you can get root. So for this inequality, if you put it equals to 0, just to get the roots, because you're very much familiar with the equations, So this will give you x equals to 2 and x equals to minus 3. Because question is saying by sketching graph, that is to facilitate you to avoid any mistake, right? So one answer of the root is plus 2 and the other is minus 3. It means curve will pass through these 2 points. Now the coefficient of x square, if you multiply them, it will be plus x square. Since it is positive, the shape of the curve will be like this, right? Because the coefficient of x square helps us to identify the shape of the curve. It will be minimum value or maximum value. So this shape is called minimum value curve. If the quadratic had negative coefficient, x square had negative coefficient, then the shape of the curve will be like this, which is called maximum value curve. And these shapes are called parabola. Just little information along as we are moving on. So now because it is a minimum value curve, the shape of the curve will be something like this, right? Now we have to write down the equation. The common mistake, I tell you, the reason is you exactly know what mistakes are made and you avoid them. So mostly what happens is student immediately look at this and deal it like an equation. What they do? X minus 2 greater than 0. From there they get the value of x this. And the second factor x plus 3 greater than 0. And from here minus 3. These are the answers they write. They deal it like equation where you have equals to 0. No, it's not like that. You have to sketch it because it will be the range of answer you will get from here. Now once you get this curve, greater than 0 mean positive values of y. And the positive values of y are above the x-axis. So to solve this, I need to focus on the part of the curve which is above the x-axis. Because on this part of the curve, the y values are positive, right? You see, positive y value. This is your origin. So for this part of the curve, you have positive y values. Now what are the x values on this part of the curve? The one which are above the x-axis. What are the values of x on it? You will look at this like this, right? So values of x are greater than 2, and other side, the values of x on this part of the curve are these, right? So they are x less than minus 3. So this is your answer, this. So final answer when you write, you say x less than minus 3 or x greater than 2. So those who do directly without sketching it, they get one of the answer correct, but other answer wrong. But that explains very well that the student has no idea, he does not have concept. This one he has gotten by chance, right? So don't do this part. Sketch it roughly. Roughly doesn't mean very rough, which you can understand yourself, and then get the answer. Let's see the second part. In this case, it is 2x plus 3 and x plus 4 are the factors. So if you put it equals to 0 to get the root, right? You can do it roughly in your mind also. No need to write it on the paper. And second is x plus 4 equals to 0. So you got the root. And the multiplication of x by 2x will be plus 2x square. It means the shape of the curve will be minimum value curve, and it will pass through the x-axis at point minus 4 and minus 3 upon 2. So let's find out the root in this case. So one is minus 3 upon 2, other is minus 4. Curve will pass through these 2 points, and the shape of the curve will be like this. It's not very perfect, but still. Okay. Now, the less than 0 mean the values of y are negative. Any number less than 0 is negative. It means this time you will focus on the part of the curve which is below the x-axis, like this part of the curve, right? Earlier we were focusing on the part of the curve above the x-axis. So now on this part of the x-axis, curve, the values of x are these. This is how you read the values of x on this part of the curve. So you can say the values of x are greater than -4 but less than -3/2. If you have any comment, any question, you can write in the comment if you're not understanding what I'm explaining here. So these two questions I've given you to test your understanding, how much you understood. So you can put the video on pause and I'm showing you the solution here exactly in the same way we have done before. But before I put the video on pause, you may think that this question looks very different. No, you will recall the algebraic identity a square minus b square, which is equals to a plus b, a minus b. So this is the hint I have given to you, right? So now I'm showing you the solution. You can put the video on pause and write yourself first. So first one, the roots are between -5 and 5. For the second one, for the first one, you can see one this, because it is the part which is below the x-axis, so value of x are these. Okay. So now I will do one question in front of you. If factors are not given, rather quadratic equation is given. So you will change it into factors first. You can use calculator. It will give you roots. From roots you can write down the factors. Now after that it is same. These are the points through which it will pass through the x-axis. And the coefficient of x squared is plus, so it will be minimum value curve. Okay. Less than 0 mean y values are negative, so it is below the x-axis. So the part of the curve is this one, on which you will check the values of x. So it is between -1 and 5. In this case, it is exactly the same. Bring everything to one side, all the terms. I want to keep the coefficient of x squared negative, so I'm multiplying it by plus. Then factorize it. One thing, you are very right, when you multiply by negative, the sign of inequality reverses. It will pass through -2 and 6. Coefficient of x squared is plus. So it is the part of the curve which is below the x-axis. Why? Because it is less than 0, negative. So values of x are in between -2 and 6. This is to test your understanding, and then we will end the video. So put the video on pause and try to solve it yourself. Thank you very much for watching the video. Please press like and subscribe button and share it with your friends. Take care. Allah Hafiz.